Hey guys, welcome back to REVolutionX and welcome to the next part of this Axial Wraith 1.9 build series. In this part of the build series, we will go over some suspension geometry fixes, mainly using the BP Customs chassis brace, as well as adding wheels and tires. Now, if you remember in my last video, I had an absolute disaster and fail with getting the Mias portal axles fitted onto this chassis. And I thought I would be all clear with the stock STX-102 axles, but that was not the case, and I will explain to you why I was running into issues. So the stock panhard mount, which was over here, is basically a double shear mount, and so there's really no room for adjustability. You're pretty much locked into place where that panhard rod can be mounted. Unless you wanted to mount it all the way out here with no other support, but it was basically locked between these two mounting points right here, and your panhard rod would just have to go in that position. And what happened was the panhard rod was hitting the top of the axle. It was hitting the top link mount area, and so I wasn't able to compress the suspension fully because the panhard rod kept on going like this and hitting the top of that. Now I'll explain to you why that was happening. It was happening on the Mias portal axles, and it was also happening on this axle right here. And what I had forgotten was this was an issue that I would have to tackle when I extended the wheelbase to 313 millimeters. So when I extended that wheelbase, it actually shifted the axle forward so that geometry would be different. And that is why I ran into those issues. So to solve for that issue, basically I would have to be able to adjust the location of the panhard rod. I would have to shift it forward the same amount that I shifted to the forward axle. And that way I wouldn't run into those clearance issues with the panhard rod. So the only way I could do that was to use something like this, the BP Customs chassis brace. Basically it has a single metal panhard mount, but you can add the panhard rod here, and you can use spacers like these to shift that panhard rod forward. And so that is what I did. Bonus is this chassis brace is supposed to strengthen this front bumper mount area of the chassis. Now the first gen Axial Wraith 1.9s had a weak point right here. You'll see I have this extra boss right here that makes this area stronger. I have the version 2 where they updated this to make it stronger, so I didn't actually need this chassis brace, but having this chassis brace will make it even stronger. So I won't have an issue with the bumper being hit and breaking off that mounting point, or breaking off that chassis part right there. So basically this is a BP Customs chassis brace with a panhard mount. I will put a link to this in the description below. Basically I reused these 4 screws right here, and I believed I used like a M3 by 14 or 16 countersunk screw for these two right here. So the only two new screws that I added were these two right here, and for these 4 screws right here I just reused the existing screws. Now technically you're supposed to replace these with countersunk screws as well, but I feel like using the stock screws should work just fine. The only thing I had to really replace was these 2 screws right here with countersunk screws, because that actually goes into something, it's not going into like the 2 part of the chassis, it's actually going into this fender well guard right here. So it's a little bit different. It's a different type of screw. So that's what I did. You loop it through the front. There's 2 screws here on the front that you screw in. I use existing screws for those as well. Those go into that tube chassis, so you just slide that over, use the existing screws on the front, use these existing 4 screws here, and use 2 new countersunk screws in the back, which I believe are M3 by 16. I could be wrong, they could be M3 by 14, but I think I used M3 by 16s. So with that taken care of, let's mount the stock axle back up. Now technically I can mount up the portal axle now, because I'll be able to adjust the panhard mount, or panhard mount location, panhard rod location. And I've actually already done it. The problem is the links that came with the Mias Portal axles, they were made for a specific positioning, so they are a certain length, and when I mounted it up, it didn't exactly line up perfectly. I would have to kind of adjust the length of the panhard rod to make it sit in the correct position. So I am going to go back to the straight axles, and the underdrive gears are already in my rear axles right here, so I don't really want to take it out again and put it back into the portal again. I'll save that project for a future time. Just for Proline by the Fire, I'll be running straight axles because I just don't have the time, and there's a bunch of other rigs that I still have to work on for Proline. Alright, first things first, let me go ahead and mount this front axle back onto the chassis with the new panhard mount. Alright, so here is the area where I was talking about having the adjustability of the panhard mount, or panhard rod. Let me try to see if I can give you a better view here. You can see here, normally the panhard rod would sit here, but if it does that, when I compress, it's going to hit the top of the axle. It's going to hit the link mount right there. So what I need to do is I need to shift this panhard rod a little bit forward like that. And to do that, I found this spacer in one of my Element Enduro kits. They have a sprue with this spacer. I would say this is about 10 millimeters. So I'm going to use like a 10 millimeter spacer. And then attach it to the panhard mount like that. And then use the M3 lock nut on the back. So let me put this on and I'll give you guys a closer look. I'll also go ahead and mount up the servo arm to the servo horn. And I believe it was this screw right here. Let's just take care of that. All right. I've got it all mounted up, and here you can see what I did. I used this spacer here to shift. Let's see if I can focus there. I use the spacer here to shift that panhard rod forward. So now when you see the compression, it goes to the top of the pumpkin and it doesn't hit the link mounts right here. See that? Maybe this side would be better. Alright, camera battery ran out just as I was giving you a closer look, but here is a look of the compression. See how it now rests on top of the pumpkin instead of here's the panhard mount. It rests on top of the pumpkin instead of hitting that link mount here in compression, because I have shifted that mounting point forward. because I did extend this wheelbase to 313, which moved the front axle forward a little bit, and that is why I needed that panhard rod to be a little bit more, or panhard mount to be a little bit more forward as well. But you can see it works nicely. You can also see the geometry is pretty much perfect. Everything lines up, so no bump steer there, which is great. You'll also notice that I have about 10mm spacers in the shocks to limit the compression. That's because I need to limit it from hitting the servo horn and going up too far, so I did have to limit the compression. But that's about it as far as the BP Customs chassis rates and fixing that front end suspension geometry. You see it's like lined up perfectly. Everything is parallel, or I mean these two bars are parallel with each other, so that's perfect. And next thing I'm going to go over is just to add the wheels and tires. Now for the wheels and tires, I am going to try something new for myself. I've never used these before. Basically, I'm going to be using these tire inserts. These are from Hobby Park, and I think it's just one of those generic brands. It's probably the same exact thing as Endura. So I would say Hobby Park, Endura, whatever, these tire inserts, I'm going to give them a shot. I've never ever actually tried these before. I've always been using dual stage foams. So I want to try 3D printed inserts as well, but I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. But yeah, so this will be something new for me. I'm sure a lot of you have already started using these, but these are Hobby Park inserts. I will put a link to these in the description below. Like I said, these are probably sold under multiple brands, Hobby Park, Endura, whatever. Yeah, I'll just put a link to these in the description below. For the tires, I'm going to be using Proline Crawlers G8 compound. One of my favorite tires. I love these tires. I have these on a lot of my rigs. They perform great. They're just a great all-around tire. I have vented them. Since I'm using inserts, I have vented them. Just punched 2 holes in the tires, and they are vented. Now for the wheels, I will be using these Endura beadlocks. So these are Endura beadlocks, blue themed. I think they'll fit in well. So, and when they're done, they should look like this. And you can see here, you can hear the air from the 2 holes I punched. So that should work out well. I'll go ahead and put these inserts in. These are so much easier to put in than foams, dual stage foams. So much easier. Alright, I'm going to mount these to the beadlocks and we'll be right back. Alright, I've got all the tires and inserts mounted up to the beadlocks. I'm ready to put them on the rig. Can't wait to see how it looks. So let's go ahead and do that. I mean, of course, I think there's still some more things I need to do, but for right now, getting really close to the finish line, getting this rig ready for a pro line. You can see the end in sight. And once this is finished up, I'll be able to work on some other rigs I want to get ready for pro line. There's some other rigs that I want to add lights to. I need to add a light kit to my Vanquish H10 optic kit. Gonna add a light kit to my Axial UMG 10 6x6, and I'm going to be bringing my Vanquish VRD out there. So is this the right tire? Okay. Go ahead and mount these up. Alright, let's just slip this on for now. I mean, it's not fully mounted, but let's get a close enough look at it. So, I think it's going to look pretty good. This is what the rig's going to look like. We're getting somewhere. So, really excited to get this all buttoned up and ready to go. So, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates on this Axial Wraith 1.9 build series. Thanks for watching.